Hello everyone, I'm Simran Kaur from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. Now as you all know that our syllabus is over, so it's time for revision. So today we'll start with revision of two chapters, chapter 16 and 18. So we'll begin with chapter 16, Water, a Precious Resource. Let's have a look on few important points. In this chapter, we studied about the states of water. That water is present in three physical states, in solid, liquid and gaseous. Then we covered what is water cycle, that is circulation of water in nature, and what are the steps involved. First is evaporation or transpiration, then condensation and last precipitation. Then we studied the factors which leads to depletion of water table, that means depletion of underground water. So what are those factors? The factors are deforestation, increase in population, increase in number of industries. Because of agricultural activities, it leads to depletion of water table. Then purification of water. Now you know that water is, before consuming water, we need to filter it first. So there are two procedures. First is followed for purification at home and another is for city supply, that means for large scale. So at domestic level, what are the steps involved for purification of water? First is filtration. By filtration, we remove the suspended impurities. Then by boiling, we boil a water. Then by adding chemicals, we can make it germ free, and last step is exposure to UV rays. By doing so, again we are making it microorganisms free. Then for city supply, the steps involved are: first is removal of suspended impurities, in which large objects are removed. Then filtration, and then aeration, in which air is blown from to the water. And last is chlorination. In this we add chlorine to our water to make it germ free. So that was all which we discussed in our chapter 16. And one more topic, that is water pollution, a very common topic. And the pollutants are known as contaminants, which contaminate our water. Now let's discuss copywork of this chapter. I hope you have written all of the questions and diagrams. You have drawn diagram. First, internal questions. When is World Water Day celebrated? That is on 22nd of March. What is the purest form of water? That is rainwater. Show interchangeability of states of water by an equation. How can we interchange the states? The states are solid, liquid and gas. Suppose you are having ice, that means water in solid state. By heating it, you can convert it into liquid water, which we drink. Then again, this liquid water can be converted into gaseous water by providing heat. That means it will convert into steam, that is water vapors. And you can reverse the whole process. Steam, the water vapors can be converted to the liquid water by cooling it down. Then that liquid water can be freezed into ice by cooling. Now very short answer type questions. What is water table? The upper level of the groundwater is called water table. Then name the various steps that are used to purify water for city supply. We just discussed it right now. Those 4 steps are removal of suspended impurities, filtration, aeration and chlorination, and the sequence will be the same. You cannot interchange the sequence. You cannot write chlorination on the top and filtration on the last. No, the sequence is like this only. Then what is deforestation? Again, a very simple question. The complete or partial removal of trees and vegetation from an area of land is called deforestation. And in the simplest form, you can say cutting down of trees is deforestation, which is one of the factor which leads to depletion of water table. Then what is borers? Borers is the traditional way of collecting water. This we discussed under the topic water management. How can we manage our water? How can we judiciously use our water? So there we discussed rainwater harvesting, So Boris, it is the traditional way of collecting water in which so many steps are present and into that empty space water is collected. What is surface water? Two types of water are surface and underground water. So the water which is present on the surface of earth is called surface water. The water which is visible to us, like the water which is present in seas, oceans, lakes, ponds. Now short answer type question. Define rainwater harvesting and water pollution. Now rainwater harvesting. The process of recharging groundwater by collecting rainwater is called rainwater harvesting. We can increase the level of underground water. How? Through the rainwater, and that is known as rainwater harvesting. The next is water pollution. Contamination of water by harmful substances and germs is called water pollution. If you will throw garbage directly into the water body, then it will lead to the water pollution. How is underground water recharged? Underground water is recharged by the seepage of rainwater and other sources such as rivers and ponds by the process called infiltration. The seepage of water through the soil is known as infiltration, and the level of underground water can be increased by the seepage of rainwater. Then what is meant by conservation of water? Suggest a few methods to conserve water. Conservation of water means to use water wisely and management of water in a manner that provides the maximum benefit for a long period of time. And what can be the methods to save water? Fixing leaks or dropping taps. Yes, by informing your elder you can save lot of water. Then recycling of water. You can use the same water to do any other activity. Okay. Then improving methods of irrigation. By adopting modern methods of irrigation, you can save a lot of amount of water, like by adapting drip irrigation or sprinkler irrigation. Then rainwater harvesting system. We can install this rainwater harvesting system at our homes. So during rainy season, we can help in recharging the underground water. Then explain water cycle with the help of a diagram. Now you have to draw this diagram in your copy too. Now let's see what are the steps involved in water cycle. The continuous circulation of water in nature is called water cycle. Yes. Interconversion of different states of water takes place in a cyclic form. Yes, we see the interconversion of different states of water, like initially it is present in, let's see in the diagram, it is present in the form of liquid water. Okay, then with the process of evaporation, that liquid water converts into water vapors. There is change in the state. Now when these vapors go up in the atmosphere, they cool down and they form clouds, and that is known as condensation. Okay, now that condensation means when the clouds are formed with the help of wind, they move to some other place. Okay, then after that, when those clouds become heavy, precipitation occurs. That means those water droplets, they fall down on the earth's surface in the form of rain, hail or snow. So this is, you can see, interconversion of states of water. Now let's read here. The water evaporates due to heat of sun from water bodies and transpiration. Now there are two factors involved. First is evaporation through water body, and second is transpiration, which is done by plants. So there is loss of water in two forms, evaporation and transpiration. Then the water vapors rise at a certain heights where they condense to form clouds. Because of low temperature, they condense and form clouds. When clouds are saturated with vapors and become heavy, precipitation occurs, which accounts for the rain. Okay, so that was all about chapter 16.